Hello and welcome to another Naughty Egg Draw. I'm Jake, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and we're going to design a logo. So I'm going to go over some tips that hopefully you guys can use, so by the end of this video, you guys can create your own logo. So lately I've been wanting to create a logo design for Naughty Egg Draw that kind of fits a little bit more of a branding or graphic style to it. So I thought, why not show you guys my process when it comes to doing a logo design? Well, let's get into it, everyone. When you're starting off with a design, just start throwing everything to the page that comes to mind. For me, I wanted to incorporate the N, the E, and the D for Naughty Egg Draw. But just because I wanted to have all three of these in there, doesn't mean I can't throw some designs out there that doesn't have any of them in it. Because if you try to focus on keeping everything in the design that you had in mind at first, you're going to limit your creativity while doing the rough drafts. Once I have a few on the page, I like to pick my top three and bring it into a more refining state. At this point, I don't add much to it, I just make the lines a bit cleaner. And once I've done it to all three of them, I narrow it down to one last design that I want to take further. When you pick the one that you want, don't worry, you can always come back and pick a different one if you don't like the design later on. Now, I picked this design for three main reasons. The first being is that it's pretty simple, but it still has some flair to it. The second is that I was able to incorporate the N, the E, and the D. Now, you might be thinking there is no E in this. It's actually slightly hidden. But if you turn it 90 degrees, the entire logo actually makes a lowercase e. And the third reason is that it fits in a pretty even square space. Now this last one is just a personal preference of mine. I like it when logos stay within a square space. Things like Target, Windows, Apple, and a lot more actually. Now I'm going to lay down three major tips that I feel you're going to want to keep in mind when it comes to designing your own logo. Number one, understand what it's for. Something you really want to think about when it comes to logo design is, what is this logo for? Is it for merchandise, business cards and advertisement, company logo, or just a watermark for your art? This is something you really want to think about before you design, because this will influence your style as you go, and whether or not your audience is going to connect the logo to your brand. Number two, color is very important. When you're creating a design, a very important thing to understand is color. Now, each color represents a different thing in the design world, so when you pick a color for your logo, you're also picking an emotion to go along with it. So color is really important. I'm going to list a couple basic colors and a couple meanings that go behind them. Red, bold and passionate. Yellow, optimistic and innovative. Green, organic and healing. Orange, creative and cheerful. Blue, professional and confident. Pink, romance and beauty. Black, mysterious and powerful. Now, of course, I only listed two for each of these, but they all have much more meaning to them than just the two meanings I gave. And if this idea interests you, look up color theories in design to get even more information. Number three, look for inspiration. The last thing I want to talk about when it comes to designing a logo is that you can always look up inspiration in other companies' logos. Now, this definitely doesn't mean steal the idea. This can get you in a lot of trouble. But look up designs when you're doing the brainstorming process and use the ideas from the design to maybe influence your own. Just remember again, do not steal another designer's work. Make it your own. But that about wraps it up for today. I'm probably just going to play around with the colors and texture for a little while until I find something I absolutely love. Alright everyone, we are done with the design and I'm fresh out of tips for today. Now I hope this was really helpful for any of you guys who are trying to create your own YouTube channel, trying to create your own business, or just getting into the idea of design. Whatever the reason is that you did decide to come over, I hope you had a lot of fun today. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this video till the end. If you haven't yet, make sure you smack that sub button, throw a like and a comment down below, and like always, keep drawing, and until next time. Bye!